you're dealing with people that you don't know how their work style is, you don't know what their expectations are, you aren't given like a formula or like a rule book or a criteria to follow. It's like you actually just wing it as you go.
Yeah.
I felt like for the longest time, I just put so much pressure on myself to thrive.
Yeah.
Like I constantly wanted to thrive. I constantly wanted to do good. It didn't lead me to burnout because reality kind of hit that it's like, okay, I'm in this phase to learn. I felt like if I continued, I would have actually been burned out. Hi everyone.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Minds in Neutral with your hosts, Rena. Shahad is Rena today.
And Chad.
And Shahad. And we have missed you guys, but we are so back. I don't know. Can we talk about the excitement that we've been facing ever since we dropped our episode
It
last
actually
week?
made us so happy. Like
Genuine.
I literally called Rena. I was like, "Can we please debrief?"
And look at the
All of the
comments.
comments,
Yes. Because like, okay, my biggest fear was, oh my God, we're gonna come back and no one's gonna watch the video and no one's gonna care. Like people are just gonna be like, okay, these people disappeared for so long. Like, why are they coming back now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I don't know. We saw something completely different, and it was like all over. It was on YouTube and Instagram. So just like that excitement, it was really nice, and we loved all of your updates.
Yeah, we did.
We had people that got cars. We had people that got married. We had people that got a job. We had people that are in uni.
Yeah.
Like we had so many people. We had people who recovered from their cancer treatment, which is amazing. Alhamdulillah. It was just so much love, and I'm so happy that we are back and you're set to be back. And yeah, we even had a few people like recommending some topic ideas, which is something that we really like. Guys, please, if you have any topic, recommend, because sometimes we kind of have like a blank moment where we can't think of what to talk about. Which is kind of crazy because me and Shahad never stop talking. But
That's so true.
yeah.
But it happens.
But you know, the thing is, between you and I, we always debrief the same thing
That is
over and over. Like,
but in like different perspectives.
different fonts, different eras, you know? So like, I think for you guys, you would find it boring if we just keep on talking about the same topic over and over again. But Shahad, because we're back on it, we're not going to forget, what is your weekly obsession?
I knew you were going to ask me that question.
Good.
I did not prepare an answer for it. Okay, I knew you were gonna ask me.
Okay.
My weekly. Do you have one? Well, I think
I do have one.
Okay.
So I've been getting so many like long form TikTok videos of like true crime and like people talking about like not conspiracy theories, but like what's been going around. So like I got this one video of like this recent lady. She was faking her pregnancy. She faked the fact. Yeah. Like she literally got like different size bumps. And then she ended up giving birth, quote unquote, and it was all like a plastic doll, and everyone fell for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like her husband or her family, his family. Like it was crazy. So I'm just like obsessed with those. I'm really obsessed with the long form TikTok videos right now. They're fixing my attention span.
You know what TikTok has now is their update. It can either be audio only, so you can scroll out of TikTok and the audio still plays.
No way.
While you're doing something else.
Oh, I don't think I have that update. That would be so nice.
Yeah.
That would be so nice, but that would actually mess with my attention span even more because I'll be listening to TikTok on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then that's like the worst combination.
We don't do that then.
That is the worst combination ever. But that's been my weekly obsession. Like I've been really loving those kind of videos, and I hope I'm not the only one who gets it. Because anytime I talk about this genre,
no, I don't
raise an eyebrow.
I specifically go and watch them like on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there's.
I used to do it on YouTube, but yeah.
There's this YouTube guy. He's Egyptian, and he just talks about like true crime in Egypt.
Oh my God, yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and I think I finished all of his videos. So I just keep.
Is he still posting? Good for him.
He keeps posting every week, and I literally am waiting every single week for his episode. Yeah. So that I can just like listen to it while doing something, like either cleaning my room or like.
Is it only like Egyptian crimes and like some horror stories? Or?
A long time ago, he used to do horror stories.
Okay.
And then it switched to like true crime anywhere.
Yeah.
But now it's more specifically in Egypt. So he narrowed it down.
Condensed it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I want to start watching stuff like that. Because I think also, does he do it in Arabic?
Yeah.
I like to dabble into content in Arabic because I think it like, it taps into a part of my brain that isn't used so much. Because I don't ever listen to content in Arabic. So like hearing Arabic outside of my household and outside of like work and like friends and stuff is really good.
It helps.
It helps. It really does. I feel like it trains my brain to just
He's
like, oh,
literally the
this is a new
person.
word.
Yeah, he's the only person I like watch in Arabic.
There is someone really similar. I forgot his full name. His name is Omar, and he's Jordanian, and he does really similar content, but it's not Jordanian specific. It's more like, and
Is
no,
Omar on TikTok?
no, he's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But who's that one on TikTok?
It's your. He's that guy. He's like, who to call me?
No,
Yeah.
no.
And he has this like one song that he like sings every
No.
single time. Like,
Got the cameras. No. It's not him. No. It's he's like a full on like not conspiracy theorist, but like he breaks down like what's going on in like government and like I don't know. I feel like the videos he kind of does are a little bit like intense for his own safety, but they're really cool to listen to. Like he'll break down the world wars and like different things that are going on around the world, like past and current. So cool. But yeah, what's your weekly obsession? Did you think of one?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like I've just been interested in that stuff, and I think it's super cool. And I would love to also know everyone's weekly obsession. Like, what are you guys interested in this week? Sometimes it leaves me to like. It's really hard to think of what I'm obsessed with that week because I could be fixated on something for a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a certain food.
Oh, that's valid.
Or like a certain style.
Yeah.
I tried a new hijab style today.
Yeah, I brought
Kind of draped it. I like it.
Thank you.
It's nice. It's like ribbed.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anyway, Shad, I want to talk about careers. I want to talk about figuring my life out and being in a position where
That actually came as one of our suggested topics, by the way.
that did.
Yeah.
Some beautiful person commented on one of our videos asking for us to cover the topic of like girls in cybersecurity. I think it was mainly targeted towards you. We're both in cybersecurity, but just different roles.
Yeah.
Very different roles. So I'm like in marketing, I'm in like the fun side. You're not.
I'm not in the technical as well.
Yeah.
But I'm more in sales.
Yeah.
Which is very different than marketing.
But I think you have a very like a way better idea to talk about
more technical
and a Muslim girl being in a technical environment. Like Shahad's classes rarely had any girls. I think how many girls was actually in your batch that graduated with your degree?
No, actually in terms of undergrad degree there was a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like it was
okay.
It was a good split.
Okay, that's
it was not that bad, but now in masters I think only 3 girls out of like 15, 20.
Oh my god.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
I look, you just sit alone.
It's yeah,
like I don't know. It's a different environment with different people, different perspective. Everyone has their own goal. And it's in the evenings. People are just tired. They just come for the class and then they do.
yeah. Because I think majority of them are also working as well. So it's like they don't have the energy to socialize and yeah, I don't know. It's like I never felt like I was ever working in a male-dominated like industry until I got into this job.
Yeah.
Because like every other job that I did was either split or like fully female dominant. Because I did more of like the fun side of marketing, like the content and like the website design and like those kind of things. So it was never like agency side or like I never really worked in an agency, but that side is like super female dominant. So like to be in an office where it's mainly men was such a shock for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it took me a while to get used to it, to like talk, to bond, to find something common because it's also like not like people our age, it's like way older.
Yeah.
They're in a different like life situation. They have kids, they have different goals, they have different interests. So it's like just trying to find that middle ground to even bond is like so hard sometimes.
That's true.
But then eventually it just happens. Like there's like one topic you guys are gonna relate on and there you go.
I remember like because now I also work in a it's very I feel like I'm the only female.
You are the only
I'm the only female in my company. And they would be talking and I remember like with one of the client meetings, like my boss, he was talking to my boss would always tell me this phrase and I don't know what the phrase is, but it was from The Simpsons.
Oh,
And then he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep saying it, but I realized that you've never watched The Simpsons."
yeah,
And I was like, "Yeah, but it's okay. Like, I'm chilling."
yeah,
And then he was like, "I used to grow up on The Simpsons. Like, we would every weekend we would sit on the TV,
yeah.
and they didn't even have like remotes back then. Like, it was on the TV, like the remote, like
So
so
it's
it's
like a
like
touch screen.
channels."
Oh,
You
okay.
know
I was
those
gonna
like
say it's touch
knobs.
screen.
So he's like, and I had to like change the knobs to the right channel and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's so cool. I get it. So like I remember when the client, because we were waiting for the client to join the meeting, and when the client joined the meeting, he was like, "Oh, sorry, I was just talking shit about The Simpsons and how she never watched it, and I feel so old." And then they started bonding about The Simpsons.
That's also another thing is that we come from a completely different generation.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's so many inside jokes I'm missing out on. I just sit there
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, guys, like for
They
sure.
also like had to like fix the satellite like plates, you
Yeah,
know?
don't even ask me. I have
Yeah.
no idea. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes being in that environment is like, obviously it's eye opening because
Yeah.
you're like getting to talk to different people from different like backgrounds and everything. But also being in such a big girl job
Yeah.
at such a young age, like we're both, I mean, alhamdulillah,
Alhamdulillah.
it's a ni'mah.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. But at the same time, we're both 21 and we just like got thrown into it and we're just like,
Yeah, and
what?
it is stressful because it's a huge jump from university.
Yeah.
And even if you do like a part-time job or an internship in university, going into the real world and like doing a proper, even if it's an internship, but now it's full-time.
Yeah.
Look, it's a full-time internship. Technically, you're working, like
Yeah,
technically, you're full-time. And or going into a full-time job, it's completely different. The
yeah.
amount of responsibilities you have, the amount of like independence that you need, the amount of work you
100%.
have to do is enormous. And
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Oh my God. And like, I'm not even gonna lie, like the first couple of months in, I told you, Shad, the amount of self-doubt that I had was crazy. Like, I felt like, wow, do I lack any sort of capabilities? Like,
Yeah.
because everyone, thing is, like, you're walking into a place where everyone is so established.
Mhm.
Everyone knows how to do things. Everyone is so familiar with like the style of work. Like,
Mhm.
they already have figured out their way of
Yeah.
like getting things done. And it's like maybe they figured out that way from a previous job or from like different experiences or from talking to this person or that person. And you're just walking in with limited experience,
Yeah.
with so much like like so much familiarity of how school is and that environment, and then you're expected to, it's not like actually an expectation. I feel like it's a self-expectation. At least that I set on myself, that it's like
Because
I have to figure this out.
we keep forgetting that they also probably went through the same thing we went through, but we
100%.
just saw their finish line, you know, or like mid race while we just started the race. So it's like, oh, they're already there and I'm still here.
Yeah.
So it feels like, oh no, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not good enough, or why am I here? Like,
Yeah.
what, you know, what's happening?
Yeah.
And it's honestly a constant doubt. But I feel like another way to like think about it is it should just be your motivation to drive and move forward.
Look, I feel like I started to think of it that way recently.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I'm not even gonna lie, like I would be in a couple of meetings, like this is like way back when I first joined. I would be in meetings and I wouldn't understand a thing that's going
Mhm.
on. I would be like, what are people talking about? Like,
Yeah. And
what are
these
these words?
abbreviations.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like small acronyms. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I need a dictionary for everything that I'm learning right now. Like
Yeah.
it was so much for me to be in, but also at the same time, like I'm glad that it's like you immediately get thrown into it. Cause
Yeah.
if it's like they treated you as a young person for so long and then the reality hits you, it's like it's gonna be twice the shock.
Because technically you would never learn. Like it's also
Yeah.
good because like I remember like I would tell my boss as soon as I started, I was like, I want to shadow. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see what you're doing. I want
Yeah.
to see how you do meetings. I want to see how you speak to clients. I want to see what you do in the back. Like, you know, I need to see everything.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get, you know, that opportunity to kind of expose yourself to this, and then all of a sudden you have to start a full time, or they tell you to continue from an internship to a full time, and then they tell you, okay, we expect you to do this, 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 and that. Wait, but I've never seen how it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as it's tough right now, but it's also like it's training you for the real world.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna be thrown at it, and then people are gonna expect you to do all of this, and if you don't do it right, they're gonna, you know, I don't know, have like a serious meeting with you. It's like
We need to sit down, a
talk.
one-to-one. Yeah.
It's not like that. Like, no, it's I think we got lucky to be in a very friendly workspace.
Yes. Yeah, I
Like,
don't think
yeah,
everyone gets that experience, honestly.
1000%. Like, bro, my boss, he would always be like, "You're doing really good," or like, I'd write an email, "Well done." I'm like,
I want to talk about this, by the
Yeah.
way, because I feel like it's our generation thing where we really want reassurance
yeah,
to like keep going. Like, I love hearing a nice, like, good job, keep it pushing, whatever. Like, I don't know why like rely on that so much more than like proper performance, which that obviously matters so much, but just to get that recognition
yes,
and that reassurance that you are doing a good job. And I think it's genuinely a Gen Z thing. Like, I don't
yeah.
know. There's no other
I swear,
explanation.
one time, like, cause he kept on doing it so much, I'm like, really though? Like, I feel like I'm not,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you saying this to like keep me, motivated, or do you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
mean it? Like, I swear, I asked him one time,
Yeah.
and he was like, no, I actually mean it. I'm like, okay,
See, that's the self-doubt coming in again. Like, it's
yeah,
creeping in on you because it's like, okay, now you're doing too much.
yeah,
And no, relax. Like, I don't know. Like, because again, the thing is, it's like we might feel like, oh my God, we're doing no impact. Like, we're not really making any progress, or like the lifts that we're doing are so easy. Like, obviously they wouldn't need someone to do this. Like, they can 100% do it themselves. But then it's like you don't realize if you were to step away, let's say,
yeah,
they would have they would, like, actually feel that there's a gap. Like, especially after they experienced and, "Oh, Shahad being around, Ghina being around," whatever, and then,
yeah,
well, all of a sudden we disappeared. They would notice that there's a gap, and they would be like, "Damn, like, we need these people back."
yeah,
But you don't realize that yourself, and I feel like especially, like, I think in our roles, a lot of the time we do things behind the scenes,
yeah,
and it's not like we're doing things externally for the media to cover it, or for so many other people to be like, wow, you're doing so great. Like, it's one of those very few moments where it's like you get that recognition, but then even then it's like, I don't know, do I deserve it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It really does feel like that sometimes. It's genuinely the doubt,
Yeah.
and I feel like the doubt is. I feel like it might actually just stay. It might decrease a bit. It might not be as loud as it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like even when you go up and even when you're fully experienced, you'd be like, oh, wait, but maybe there's still something I need to improve on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you would ever feel like, wow, I'm nailing this job. Like, I hit it on the spot, like
Yeah.
I'm 10/10. Like, it's not going to be like that. I feel like there would always be something where it's like, no, maybe I need to do more. Maybe blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There are some people like that. There are some people where it's like, okay, no, I'm set. I'm good. Let me just chill and relax.
Yeah.
But then there's always other people that want to strive forward.
Mhm.
So it just depends on what type of person you are.
Yeah. And I feel
There's
like
there's nothing wrong with
either or,
Yeah.
yeah. But honestly, like, we're in like in a privileged environment. So
Yeah.
to have mentors and managers that actually allow us to like
Yeah.
grow and learn, because like I know a lot of friends didn't experience that. They just got into a job and they were expected, even as interns, as like new joiners or as in a junior level, that they
Yeah.
were just expected to just get it straight on. And like that would add so much pressure to me. Because صراحة the actual shift from like uni and school, something that you're so used to, the routine,
Yes.
everything, A to Z, you know how to submit the assignment, you know how to get a good grade in that assignment, you're familiar with the professor, you're familiar with everything. Like, even the transition from high school to university is not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not bad because it's like still you're in your education
Yeah.
role. But then, like, to jobs, and you're dealing with people that you don't know how their work style is, you don't know what their expectations are, you aren't given like a formula or like a rule book or a criteria to follow. It's like you actually just wing it as you go.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just like, my bad if like I felt like for the longest time I just put so much pressure on myself to thrive.
Yeah.
Like, I constantly wanted to thrive. I constantly wanted to do good. It didn't lead me to burnout because reality kind of hit that it's like, okay, I'm in this phase to learn. But like I felt like if I continued, I would have actually been burned out. And I think that's what happens with so many people. Is just like they just apply so much pressure, and it's you applying that pressure to yourself.
Yeah, no one is doing it. Like, yeah, okay, some people do sometimes apply
Yeah.
pressure, like unneeded pressure. But again, like, it is all internalized pressure, which sometimes is a good thing because, like, it's good to thrive. It's good to want to be the best version of yourself. Like, that's good to have. These qualities are amazing to have. And that's what recruiters look for.
Yeah.
They look for someone that has ambition, that wants to not just settle down, But you also need to be careful, like, is this affecting me now?
Yeah.
You know, is this affecting me in a negative way now? Because it's like, I feel like it's like a bell curve
Mm.
type of thing,
Mm.
where it's like there is peak, like, um what's it called, like the optimized, you know, point where it's like, okay, good pressure,
Yeah.
good everything gives you high quality,
Yeah, yeah.
and then more pressure, it just keeps going down,
Down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the quality just gets, you know, lowered. Same with like no pressure, no quality. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's actual, it's like a bell curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true.
So just honestly keep like reflecting on yourself. And I feel like having a friend, because like I was Ghana's friend, you know, she would be like, oh, da, da, da. I'd be like, remind her, I'd remind her.
Yeah, the amount of
It's okay.
times Shahid reminded me, and it's fine, it's okay,
Yeah.
you're learning, you're growing and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, but like to me, it doesn't feel like I should be learning right now. It just feels like I should just have this
Should
knowledge.
be doing.
I
Yeah.
should be doing, not
Yeah.
learning. I should be doing. And the amount of times that I've heard, and no, it's okay, you're still like early on and it's fine. Like that would honestly irritate me.
It would make her like,
It would,
make you feel degraded.
yeah,
in
it would
some
make me
sense.
feel like,
Small.
ugh, when am I gonna break
Yeah.
this phase? Like, I want to get out of this phase. I'm so tired of being the like the junior or like the person who doesn't know it or whatever. Like, I just wanted to be like that reliable go-to whatever
Yeah.
kind of person. That eventually is gonna happen with time.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God, the mental like war you have with yourself. And you know, like I always wanted to be that type of person where work doesn't affect me that much,
Yeah.
but it actually like
It really did.
it's not even like the workload. It's not even the type
Yeah.
of work. It's just like me, myself with the
Yeah.
work and the way that I cannot like just disconnect. Like, okay, my day is over. I'm going to disconnect. No, relax. I will go home. I'll rethink every single statement that I said. I'll rethink every single email. Oh my God, the amount of times in the start that I would like reread an
Read the
email.
I still do it.
20 times.
I still
Make
do it.
sure that it's the right
Yes.
file. I'll open the file to make sure that it's not the wrong one. And like,
And then at the end, I would say Bismillah, and I would click send, and I would reread the email
yes,
just to make sure, even though if there was a mistake, خلاص, it's gone, but still.
what to do. I mean, you can recall an email.
Yeah.
You can recall an email, by the way. Just
Yeah.
that's yeah. FYI.
Oh,
But
I was gonna say something.
yeah.
I feel like it's also we don't have patience with ourselves.
Oh, so true. So
When you were saying it
true.
right now, it's like, when is this gonna blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just we're not patient.
No.
It's gonna
Not at
happen.
all.
Like you said, it will happen at some point. It will happen. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Yeah.
Khalas, do your job now. Do your learning. Do what you have to do, and it will come. There will
Yeah.
come a point where you'd be like, wow, I'm actually getting the hang of this. Like, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
We want everything now.
Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
true. And like, okay, one thing that um I was told once is that the mistakes that you make when you're early in your career are worth nothing in comparison to the mistakes that you make when you're super established.
Yeah.
Like those mistakes are actually going to be like changing the business or maybe
That's when you have
changing
to sit
numbers.
down one-to-one talk.
Yeah, but the mistakes you make early on are actually just like, it's not like they go unnoticed, but it's something where it's like, okay, you can still move
Yeah.
forward from it. Like it's not going to cost you anything.
Yeah.
It's actually not going to cost you anything. So it's fine to just enjoy this period because there's going to be a period, Shahad, where we're going to be super high level priority people with like so many responsibilities, maybe a team under us, where we cannot afford a mistake.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to make one small slip up because that could like change the direction of everything. I also wanted to say that like I think a lot of the times when we're in these positions, it's obviously a really huge blessing and it's something we prayed for.
Yeah.
We prayed for a job. We prayed for stability, security, financial stability, all of these things. But then at the same time, when we're given it, it's like we feel so underprepared
Yeah.
and we feel, again, like anxious about it. We don't feel like we're capable of it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to me because it's like, I think to myself, Ghana, you asked for this. And why are you sitting here, not necessarily complaining about it, but why are you feeling this way towards it? Like, why are you not just grateful?
Yeah, that's so true. And another way to think about it as well, and I just genuinely thought about it in the, you know how like Allah says in the day He will never bear you with something that you can't handle?
Yeah.
That aligns with everything, not only like sadness or a bad thing in your life, but it's also your job. Like He gave you something He knows you can bear. He knows
Yeah.
you can handle the job you
Yeah.
have. He's like, maybe those rejections you got, or just Allah's plan because He knows that this is not the right fit for you.
Yeah.
That this is not something you can bear.
Yeah.
And then the job that you did get, okay, He's telling you can do this.
Yeah. That is
You
so
know?
true. Yeah. Because He knows it's best fit for you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I feel like in those moments, that's when tawakkul really needs to start like playing a
Yeah.
role. You need to ease the pressure on yourself and like leave it to Allah.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Just like how you left your prayers to Allah, just like how you trusted Allah that He would give you something like this and
Yes.
guide you to a great path and great security and whatever and all these things. This is the time where you just kind of leave it to Allah and know, okay, khalas, I'm working on myself, I'm doing my best, but I'm also here with His guidance, with His presence. I'm not left alone. Because a lot of the times I think when we internalize the pressure so much, we expect ourselves to fix it. We expect ourselves to, it's just all about us. We forget that there's a higher power that actually granted us
Yes.
this. And like a lot of the times with imposter syndrome, it's just like, it makes your mind think, and no, you don't deserve this. Tawakkul reminds you that you're not here by accident.
Yeah.
And again, like Allah wouldn't give you something that you cannot handle or you cannot bear. And everything is obviously written for you. And I think that's just such a key reminder to know that, like, when Allah puts you in a position, you don't have to figure it out from A to Z straight away. But it's like you were put in that position for a purpose, for a larger purpose you cannot see now. But obviously, because like I think life is such a domino effect, like you have to go through stages in order to reach like the final destination, like you said. For to be put there is a blessing. And I think a lot of the times when we are, especially when it's such a dunya associated concept like work and life,
Yeah.
sorry, like work and your career,
Yeah.
we put so much pressure on our shoulders and forget that we're in this position because of Allah and that Allah can help us and we are not alone.
Yes. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I remember like, okay, whenever we have an interview or, you know, especially with interviews and meetings, like proper meetings, you would see everyone, they would start saying Bismillah, تقرأ آية الكرسي,
Yeah.
and all of that stuff because like automatically like you do it automatically even when you're getting into exam you always like you said being like okay no like let me call for Allah
Yeah.
because you know that he's there to help you, he's there to support you, you wouldn't feel as alone, and saying Bismillah reminds you like I'm not alone.
Yeah.
And that's what calms you down, that's what genuinely like calms me down.
Yeah.
And like I don't every time, even when I send an email, I'm always like Bismillah, Ya Allah, you're with me while I'm sending an
Yeah.
email. Because khalas, like as much as like alone you might feel in that bubble where it's like all of these people around me are doing so good and I'm not, Allah's by your side. And if
Yeah.
Allah gave you that position and Allah gave you this internship or this job, why do you not believe that Allah is also gonna stay with you
Yeah.
during the position you're in, during your job, making you succeed, making you thrive? Like we always tend to forget, like we would always rely on His help at the beginning, and then we expect Him like, okay, khalas, Allah did His job, now we have to do it.
No, it's
He's
not like
still
that at
there.
all.
He's
Yeah.
still there, and you can still pray for Him. And yani, how can you worry about any barriers in your life when Allah's the one that like can break them all?
Yeah.
You know?
I think also a lot of the times we leave like we leave ourselves to call Allah at the last moment,
Yes.
at worst case possible,
1000%.
or like when there's something huge that's about to happen to you, or like when you're about to make a really massive presentation to a bunch of people, or when you're about to, I don't know, like get interviewed or something like that. But then like in our day-to-day tasks, our day-to-day like things that we have to do in work, خلاص, we just kind of forget. And it's so bad because it's like those are the moments that I feel like you need to consistently build your relationship with Allah with, so that when it comes to the big moments, you're not scared. You're not like panicking. You're not anxious. You're not doubting yourself, because it's not about you anymore.
Yeah.
It's actually not about you. It's about like Allah being there with you and you building that relationship with Him, so He always consistently feels like, you know, He's around you and you're not alone.
And then you would feel like if there is like something that does happen, you would feel like this is a test from Allah, rather than like, oh my God, this is really bad. I need to figure it out. I need to, then you go to Allah and be like, Allah, please help me. Like you would take it in a more calm way, to be honest. I feel like if a bad situation happens, you'd be like, okay, this is a test from Allah. Let's see what I can do about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It would it's more reassuring
Yeah,
in a way.
because you worked on that
Yeah.
consistency all throughout. You didn't leave it to last minute. And I think this is like really like it's a it's really clear in Sayyidina Musa's story, alayhi salatu salam. So I'm gonna kind of like read this out and talk this out. I have it written down, but I don't want to mess it up because we're talking about a prophet.
Okay.
So when Allah first called Prophet Musa to prophethood, it wasn't during a moment of confidence or control. It was actually during the time when he was running away because he accidentally unalived an Egyptian soldier. It was like during the middle of the fight, and he got intercoursed in it, and he got involved, and that ended up happening. He was exhausted, Prophet Musa. He was exhausted, anxious, and he was trying to survive because he was running away because of fear. And yet, that's when Allah actually spoke to him. So when Allah called Musa and told him that he had chosen him as a messenger to confront Pharaoh, the most powerful ruler on earth at the time, Musa's first reaction wasn't excitement, it was full on self doubt. Am I capable? Can I actually do this? I'm talking to someone so great, so large. Who am I? Like, he might have felt like, oh, I'm just a very small person in this whole large story. And that's when he said, which is a verse in the Quran, 2:25-28. My Lord, expand for me my chest and ease for me my task, and unite the knot from my tongue so that they may understand my speech.
Yes. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. And by the way, he said that because he has a lisp.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you told me this fact.
and
Yeah.
he wanted his brother to be the one speaking.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go and speak to the Pharaoh alone. He told Allah, like, can I bring my brother to speak for me?
Yeah.
But I think what ended up happening is
He ended up going to speak himself. And this kind of just displays that Musa in this moment felt that he would have been rejected because of maybe the lisp, or just because he felt like he's not the right person to be chosen. And he felt, again, very vulnerable. He felt very, I don't want to say weak, but just doubtful of himself.
Yes.
Anxious, right? So again, um there's another verse in the Quran where Musa says, and I fear they will reject me, and my breast will tighten, and my tongue will not be fluent. So send for Aaron, which is his brother, or Harun, to help me. Because he couldn't feel like he could do it himself. He was like, I need help. And in this moment, what Allah actually replied to him wasn't that, no, you're ready, go on, you're like, it wasn't like a forceful thing. Instead, it was reassurance, where Allah replied in a verse, fear not, indeed, I am with you both, I hear you and I see you. So he is present with Musa while Musa is going to face the most powerful person, right? And Musa was like anxious the whole entire time. And I feel like this verse just is everything in this case. And it really, okay, we're not prophets and we're not being challenged to this extreme where we're being called to do something so great. But at the same time, it reminds us that Allah's presence is there. And when Allah puts us in these moments, He understands that this challenge is something we're capable of. And we don't see that ourselves. We do not see our fullest potential at all, ever. But Allah has to put us in moments that are uncomfortable and we might not like initially. But eventually, once we overcome them, we're like, okay, alhamdulillah.
I feel like another thing that it shows is that us humans, we always rely on another human to give us comfort before
That's
Allah.
oh, that is so true.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that was so true. Yeah, that's so true. Because a lot of the times when people panic, they'll call their friend, they'll call their mom, they'll call their sister, anyone, before they like take a minute and actually like pray and have a minute with Allah. Yeah, that's so true. I wonder why we do that.
I don't know.
I mean, because it's like
immediate comfort. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, you're like, maybe in that moment you want like an immediate reply, like an immediate conversation, and it's not like it's
just an automatic response.
Yeah.
Even Sayyidina Musa did it.
Yeah. Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, even in that moment, like, Allah called on him for something so great, and a prophet that we hear his story now and learn about now was also feeling the feelings that we feel. Okay, maybe we're feeling it on a different scenario, different situation, different everything, different time period as well. But it's like, it just shows that we are and so are the prophets human.
Yeah.
We all face the same feelings. And at the same time, these stories are just like they come in our time to teach us something again where it's like you're really not alone. And you're never gonna be alone.
Yeah.
But you just need to keep that consistency so you don't feel alone.
I agree.
Yeah. So again, I feel like in life, in work and everything, you don't need to be 100% qualified to do something when the one, Allah, was the one who put you in that situation.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe.
Inshallah, I see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.